What's up, Brand Builder? I'm Bonigala and welcome to another episode of the Brand Builder Show. In this episode, 5 questions you should ask at a marketing pitch. Now, when I say marketing pitch sessions are not like interviewing for a new hire. The agency introduces itself, shows what it has to offer, and why you should hire them. It is an opportunity for a company to get to know an agency in person, not just through their website or just through their work. Asking the right questions will clue you in on which agency is a keeper and which agencies are not. Here are the questions. Number 1, ask them, are you part of the team that will be handling my account? Let's just say you just sat through an agency pitch. The presenters were charismatic, well-spoken, and prepared with statistics and samples and all that. They're quick on their feet and know all the right answers. They've even had their kind of teeth whitened and gotten fresh haircuts. In short, you can't wait to start working with them. But did they actually say that they would be assigned to your account? Some agencies like to put their A-listers on the pitch team to increase their chances of landing the account, only to hand it over to a lesser team after the paperwork's been done and it's been signed, while they stick to the high-profile clients. In fact, there are those that have developed pitch teams who function as a sales tool to win over clients. That's all they do, day in and day out. This kind of bait and switch may be good for business, theirs, but it doesn't bode well for your company. If you're going to be this dishonest at the start of your relationship, how do you know that they're going to act right way when it comes to reporting bad news? There's a good chance that they will pad the numbers or lie outright. Now, this may sound harsh, but that is the reality. Number 2, ask them, do you outsource any of the work that you do? Most agencies are staffed on a kind of a knife edge. They need to balance their team composition so that they can properly service accounts, but be lean enough to kind of survive low seasons. There's nothing inherently wrong with this practice. It makes perfect sense, actually. But it does mean that they can easily get overworked. When that happens, agencies usually sort of farm out some of their work to contractors or complementary agencies. Again, there's nothing wrong inherently contracting outside. It's a smart business decision, but because it means that your projects don't have to wait in line while other things get done. But you have a right to know who's handling your work. Were they hired for their efficiency, for their skill, or because they were the kind of a lowest bidder? When you ask this question, make sure you follow up and ask to see samples of the contractor's work so that they can determine whether or not your projects are, in safe hands with them, because sooner or later they will land on their lap. If you don't like what you see, you will have to either prohibit the agency from giving their projects outside or just turn the agency down completely. Number 4, ask them, what impressions do you have about our brand? This is a 3-in-1 question that will keep the pitching agency on its toes. First off, you're testing their awareness of your brand. If they're worth your time, they would have done their research before entering the room or a Skype session or the phone call. Do they understand your brand personality and history, if you have any? Second, you're testing their understanding of your market and what they see are the most popular and effective branding and design strategies for your industry. Agencies that aren't familiar with your industry will have half-baked ideas that will do more harm than good. Lastly, you're checking on their branding experience and expertise. Does their analysis make sense based on where you are and where you want to be? Keep in mind that this is a pitch session, not an actual kind of consultation. So they may be a little vague on the details. For all they know, you might just be calling for pitches just so you can, grab some ideas and execute them, yourselves and save some money. When you ask this question, don't expect an actual kind of actionable answer. That costs money. You're asking this question to sort of see their thought process. Number 4, ask them, what do you look for when you hire staff? Having some insight in their hiring process is valuable because it will tell you more about the kind of people you're going to be working on the project. Among other things, it will tell you the minimum amount of expertise that you can expect, as well as the kind of skills that they're likely to have. You'll also be able to infer what the agency prioritizes when it comes to their deliverables. An emphasis on fast workers probably means that they value timeliness and productivity. A focus on highly creative professionals means that they produce very artistic, high concept kind of strategies. A well-rounded approach may mean that the agency is adaptable and can handle a variety of projects. Don't be afraid to ask specific follow-up questions in order to learn more. Number 5, ask them, what was the most innovative thing you've done? For this question, you're not just asking about cool stuff that they did. You're evaluating their answer based on other factors. How did they come up with the idea? Was it suggested by the client with the agency executing it? How did they relate it to the brand? How did they sell it to the brand? What was the kind of net effect on the brand? Was that kind of innovative thinking the norm in their agency? Marketing is about standing out from the crowd. There are kind of many ways to do it, whether it's an event, an ad campaign, a viral video, or even a simple kind of a logo project. A marketing agency's wit is to find ways of being unique that fit with the brand and express its personality. Not being unique for the sake of just being unique. Some agencies are award hunters, or agencies that push kind of creativity for the sake of creativity because they want to submit it to a judging panel. You need to see if the agency you're going to be working with can be innovative and unique, but do it in a way that benefits your brand. I hope you found this episode useful. If you have any questions on this topic, please hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @Bonigala. Or leave comments below this video and I will surely respond. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to this channel. Till my next video, take care.